Hi, Brad Greentree here, Make Anxiety History. And today I'm going to ask the question, is anxiety really a bad thing? You see, what if you've got the thinking about anxiety all wrong? So what we wanted to do, I wanted to give you some reframes that you can use to help someone who's suffering from anxiety. So here are 3 ultimate reframes that you can use when someone is talking about having anxiety about an event coming up. First thing to talk about is that anxiety is fear of the future, and the future hasn't happened yet. Okay, it's not real, it hasn't happened yet. And what they're thinking about that event going poorly. So bring that to the person's attention. Ask them what specifically are they anxious about right now. And if they're anxious about everything, then get more specific, because you'll generally find that people who are really good at doing anxiety are anxious about everything. But when you ask them to get very specific about what they're anxious about right now and getting really ultra specific by asking the word how, or what specifically are you anxious about and how is that making you anxious? What about it? What is it about this event that's making you anxious? By doing that, what you'll do is you'll find there'll be a particular thing, a point that you're anxious about. And when you've got that, then you can actually realize, and in most of the cases you'll do it, realize it's about something that's coming up of which is not necessarily real. It could be a flight on a plane, it could be a job interview, it could be an exam. Those are all real things. A presentation, they're real things that are happening. But how that person is going to do at that event, that has not happened yet. So therefore, they're at this point in time where they're focusing on things going poorly. So bringing that to the person's attention is sometimes a really good realization, because they're so caught up in the whole thinking and going through it and getting caught up in the whole worst case scenario. They put themselves into a state, and that state itself will increase their cortisone levels, their stress levels go up, their IQ goes down, they're unresourceful, and effectively the fight or flight response kicks in when they're running away. So number 1 is to remind the person that it's fear of the future, and the future hasn't happened yet. That event, whilst in the diary coming up, how they do at that event has not happened yet. Okay? Now the second reframe you can use is going, great, you've got anxiety. This is a chance for you to grow and build some resilience. Now a lot of time people don't look at that. They look at, oh my God, I've got anxiety, I'm less than. I've got anxiety, I can't do. I got anxiety because they did it to me, or I got anxiety for insert reason here. Yeah? Now when you tell someone that they've got anxiety because it gives them a chance to build some resilience, it's bringing you to their awareness that they're at a crossroad. They're out of their comfort zone. They're at a point where they're going to grow. Now, as a small child, 2 or 3-year-old, you go outside your comfort zone. You grow, you fall over, you do things, and you're building resilience and you're learning. Unfortunately, as adults, we retreat into our thinking of being less than. We see that anxiety is actually a problem that's holding us back. And it is a problem to hold us back, but if you see it as an opportunity to grow and build some resilience and grow as yourself as a person, then all of a sudden you go, you know what, this is a chance. Here is my chance to step up and fight for my right to be a better version of myself. Yeah, so anxiety is a chance for them to build resilience in an event that's coming up. It's a second reframe to use. Now, the third one is that when people say, oh, I've got anxiety, you can say, oh yeah, they used to call that worrying. Back in 1983, before the term anxiety was coined, people used to worry. But then the term anxiety came out and people now have anxiety. They used to worry, but now they have anxiety. Now, I don't know if you're aware of it, the language, but that language in itself is disempowering. It's because it's okay to worry about something, but it's not okay to have anxiety. So when someone has anxiety, say, great, what are you worrying about? No, I'm not worrying, I have anxiety. Well, worry is anxiety. Anxiety used to be worry. And here's the thing, there's nothing wrong with worrying about something. There's nothing wrong with having anxiety about something. It's when it stops you from doing something, you then create the label that I have anxiety, that it's a problem. See, imagine this. Imagine an engineer who builds a bridge, And throughout him designing this bridge, working out the concrete structure, the piers, the reach, the pressure on the steel, how that bridge is going to stay up, that engineer worries about the bridge falling down. He worries about the bridge not standing the test of time. He doesn't have an anxiety about it, doesn't stop him from building the bridge, but he has worry about the bridge for the purpose of making sure it stays up. So he thinks about what could go wrong. An earthquake, strong winds, a flood. What can go wrong that would cause this structure to collapse? And he would worry about that for the purpose of building a resilient bridge. He's thinking about it in an empowering way. So the third reframe to use whenever someone's coming about anxiety is saying, great, anxiety is just worrying. What are you worrying about? Because obviously you need to grow or correct or build something stronger around the thing you're worrying about, just like an engineer who worries about a bridge falling down. If any of this was interesting to you and you would like to talk to me further, then please feel free to reach out and contact me through makeanxietyhistory.com or the Facebook page Make Anxiety History. I'm very excited of taking you and your team through to making our goal of making anxiety history for 1,000 people a year. Thank you.